Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well then, you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
I don't know, maybe. How's it going on Earth?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
Oh, okay.
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Arcturus Station before we knew what was happening. From there, it was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Sending us to the Mars Archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
Good luck with that.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered. But the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
It's an advantage. But can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. To battle against Sovereign 3 years ago took everything we had, and that was just one Reaper.
I haven't forgotten.
So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier, ship, and bullet we've got.
The thing is, okay, avoid them where they're strong, hit them where they're weak. I get it. That makes sense in conventional warfare, where you can bust through enemy lines and destroy supply lines, or refineries, or food depots, or any number of things that can wreck your enemy's ability to fight a battle, wage a war, right? But this enemy doesn't have supply lines or facilities that we can capture or destroy. It's just monsters, right? It's not like, I don't know, like if we hit them where they're weak, like what do we get for that? We hit them, but then nothing happens. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hit them where they're weak, bust through their lines, and go behind, outflank them, that kind of thing. They don't have a flank. There's nothing to get behind. It's just Reaper after Reaper after Reaper, and they're all over the galaxy at this point. I don't see how you can be optimistic that that's going to work.
How long can we keep that up?
As long as it takes. The reality is, Shepard, everything I'm doing is a delaying action for you.
Ooh.
I'm buying us time, keeping us in the game while you gather what we need for this Prothean device. So keep at it.
So we're putting all our eggs in that basket, huh?
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The R appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky, building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Yeah, some thought, as in, like, they calculated that there was like a 0.0002% chance or something like that. Like, it was, people quote that a lot, but the physicists pretty much knew that it was nil, almost nil. They would admit that it's a non-zero chance, but they were very confident that it wasn't going to happen. People latch onto that because it sounds dramatic, like, oh, they didn't know, but they did it anyway because that's how desperate they were. Like, nah, it wasn't like that. That said, I don't think this is a game. It's fiction, right? I don't think in the real world any government or military force would ever put all its eggs into the basket of a weapon that they don't even know how it works, they don't know what it does, they don't even know if they can build it. Nobody would ever go along with this plan at all. This would be a disaster, or the nation that did would quickly be wiped out. The equivalent that he brought up there with the atomic bomb in World War II, that was like a luxury that the United States was able to put that together, right? We didn't need that to win the war. The war was, I don't want to say the war was already won, but it was mainly won due to huge contributions from the Soviets, and to the Japanese overextending themselves in the Pacific. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Americans or the British or all the colonies or the French resistance or anything like that, but the Second World War was won on the backs of Soviet civilians and soldiers, not on the atomic bomb. Atomic bomb probably saved some. This sounds crazy to say, but the atomic bomb probably saved some lives, in the sense that it prevented an invasion of the Japanese main islands, home islands, which would have been bloody and probably long and drawn out. So it saved lives in the long run, even though it cost civilian lives in the short run. But that's not why we won the war. We didn't win the war because, boom, we got an atomic bomb. Whereas this is like, the equivalent would be like, of this Reaper War would be if the Germans and the Japanese invaded the American mainland and were pushing to the interior, and we were like, holy shit, we're gonna lose. Like, we're not only gonna lose this war, we're gonna actually lose our country. We're gonna lose our sovereignty. And then the government's like, all right, quick, we have this idea. These physicists told us about this super weapon. We have to build it. That's the equivalent here, right? I think if you were in the United States in that situation and the Germans and the Japanese were literally taking over your country, you're not going to be able to convince a bunch of people to put what few remaining resources we have into a weapon that nobody even knows if it's going to work. Can you imagine that? That would never happen. People would just say, look, just head for the hills, take as much ammo and food with you as you can, and fight guerrilla war until we can regroup and push them out. Or we form an underground resistance once they settle in, you know. Nobody's going to put all their eggs into a long shot basket like that. Anyway, point is, the plot of Mass Effect 3, the general plot of the main quest, is a little silly. The trying to gather the galaxy and get everybody to cooperate together, that's cool. I like that. But the actual reason that you're doing it, to build this thing, what is it called? Not the Conduit, that's from the first game. Crucible? Is it called the Crucible? I can't remember. I don't know. I dislike that story so much. But anyway, gathering everybody to fight for it and trying to convince everybody to join you is fun. But the story behind why you're actually gathering everybody, the idea that you're going to build this super weapon, just seems stupid, given what's at stake here. Anyway, that's all. I'll stop talking. For a second, anyway.
On Cerberus?
There's still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the Illusive Man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side, now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The Illusive Man talks about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the Illusive Man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
The control option could work if you agreed that as soon as you gain control, you tell them all to fly into a star or something like that. Just destroy themselves. That might work. Alright, let's check out our new assets. Yeah, Crucible. That's right, okay. Alliance Spec Ops Team Delta. Half of Team Delta's officers have an N5 designation with a few N6 soldiers in the ranks. They specialize in conflicts outside Citadel space. Delta is known for strict admission standards, professionalism on high-stakes missions, and the Alliance's loudest parties. When asked how senior staff looks at their off-duty rowdiness, Captain Matthew Brown was quoted saying, "After the shit we went through in the Terminus systems, they're just happy we're not burning down the base." Alliance Naval Exploration Flotilla. In peacetime, the Alliance's naval exploration flotilla is used as a survey force to chart out new systems. The NEF came under fire in 2185 when several dozen service people were charged with withholding information on rich mining deposits in order to sell the locations to the exploration firm Barria Frontiers. Excuse me. The Alliance attempted to hide the controversy to little avail, as more and more officers were indicted. Eager to bury its shady history, the NEF has dedicated its entire flotilla and material resources to constructing the Crucible. Eden Prime support. Eden Prime is an agrarian world, producing millions of tons of food that is sold to less arable planets. The Alliance has set up supply lines from this colony to funnel excess provisions to its troops. Update. A few researchers who studied Prothean technology on Eden Prime avoided capture by Cerberus. They've forwarded copies of their work to the Alliance, but hoping it can help build the Prothean device found on Mars. Another update. Although its military defenses were seriously damaged by the Cerberus invasion, Eden Prime's remaining government has loaned the Alliance several Athabasca-class supply freighters. Crucible? Wait, what does this say first? Completing the Crucible device will require entire systems of resources and skilled workers, as well as the galaxy's brightest scientists. Prothean data files. These Prothean disks were found years ago on Eden Prime, recovered a few months before the discovery of the Prothean beacon in 2183. For years, the data on the disks was incomprehensible until the Crucible's blueprints provided the key to understanding the equations. Locked inside the disks were theories on dark matter meant to be used with the Crucible's main power source. Okay. More information. Taking heavy casualties, huh? Chances of success very poor. So shit's still fucked. Uh-oh.
Commander, Edie just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
I'm on it.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
Thanks.
See if you can get to Edie. I'll check.
Cut myself off. Sorry. I went to go get a drink. I'm drinking beer tonight, of all things. I'm out of red wine, and we have beer in the house. I'm having a Grain Belt beer, which is a Twin Cities local production. I'm drinking their Northeast. It's very good.
Systems have the fires contained. It should be safe to enter.
Engineer
Follow your
Adams?
lead.
Okay.
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire or something.
Sounds like an educated guess there, Joker. Very good.
I'm going in.
Going in.
Edie, talk to me.
Yeah, go in and breathe that.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Edie?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
Huh?
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Okay. Yeah, that was dangerous. I don't know. You should have told us what was going on here, or what you were trying to do.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Okay, hang on. First off, her like, oh, well, you guys wouldn't have been able to keep up with me anyway, that's why I didn't tell you that I was going to try this. That's bullshit. Not because she's wrong, she is right. There's no way a human could keep up with a computer trying to do something like this. But the reason it's a problem is because that's her excuse for not telling us. There could have still been some kind of like malware or program embedded in this suit. It would not, I mean, the Illusive Man created EDI, right? Or at least Cerberus created EDI. It would not be out of the realm of possibility that they would think, hey, if that Dr. Eva gets destroyed or captured by Shepherd of the Alliance, we can expect that EDI will probably take a really close look at it. We could put something in this robot that when EDI finds it, she'll try to open it, and when it's opened, it'll be a program that will take over her entire system or shut her down permanently or something, you know? That's totally something the Cerberus and the Illusive Man would try. I don't know why she thinks like, oh yeah, there's no risk, don't worry about it, I don't need to tell anybody. It just seems crazy. Anyway, yeah, the idea, okay, so this is the silliest, probably the silliest part of this game, is EDI in this suit. First, because the suit, the robot is ridiculous looking. Like, I don't mean to be uncouth, but I'm sure those of you who have played this game have seen it, both in the game and in photos online, but EDI's robot actually has camel toe. It's so absurd, this body. Why they would make a robot body that looks like this, I have no idea. Anyway, it also makes very little sense to have the most powerful artificial intelligence that humans have ever created standing in a robot suit firing a rifle or a pistol. It just seems dumb, right? Like, she can pilot the most powerful ship in the Alliance fleet at faster than light speeds. And we're going to use all that computational power to have her stand on a battlefield and fire a gun. Just seems cuckoo. Any grunt can do that. Why would you put any amount of your badass computer's processing power toward basically point and click shooting? I don't know. In a suit that we've already demonstrated, or we've already seen demonstrated, can be taken down by like 6 well-placed pistol shots, right? Shepard took this suit down just by shooting it 5 or 6 times with a pistol. I don't know. I understand what they're going for here, and the story development with EDI for the rest of the game is somewhat interesting, but I don't think that their reasoning for doing it is justified. Their story reasoning for doing it. The novelty of it is neat, but the story itself is just like, what? Why would they do this? This is crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to say we got to test it first.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can. Then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Yeah, nothing's
Just
normal.
Don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge.
Take it to the bridge.
Joker will also want to see it.
That's
On
James
that,
Brown.
we can agree.
James Brown. Take it to the bridge. Dr. Chakwas, you got anything to say about that
Was
crazy
that
shit?
Edie who just walked by?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And Joker is going to have a field day with this.
Yeah. Stupid field day. Do 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 do. How? Ba 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 na na. Do 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 do.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
I'm gonna go say hi to him next. Hi, Glyph. Anything new? Nothing new. What do we got here? Alliance Interrogation Record, Cerberus Operative. Alliance Interrogator 1. Ugh. Check out these implants she's got jammed into her face. Alliance Interrogator 2. Shh. She's awake. Cerberus Operative. Unintelligible. Interrogator 2. Hello. Do you know where you are? Cerberus. Unintelligible. Interrogator 1. You know how much goddamn trouble you're in? Interrogator 2. Hey, ease up. Listen. You're in big trouble. I'm not going to lie. But that doesn't mean we can't work something out. If you help us, we can... Explosion. Interrogator 1. Ah! Cough. You okay? Interrogator 2. I'm okay, cough. But holy hell, she's dead. Interrogator 1. What? Interrogator 2. The whole front of her face is gone. Some kind of ocular flashbang. Interrogator 1. Well, shit. Is everyone in Cerberus rigged up like that? Prothean Notes, 2186, Entry 2. I'm not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were traveling to a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failure. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our cultures?
A Prothean. A living, breathing Prothean right below me.
He's not what I expected.
Me neither. He was a little cold when I tried to talk. I understand the shock of waking up again. His species gone. But a Prothean, Shepard. There's so much he could tell us.
Something on your mind?
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palavin's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palavin from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning. Hello again.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Man, we're going through all the 70s hits here. James Brown, Lionel Richie.
Two of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Yeah, me and Rex go way back. I almost had to kill him the one time, but...
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different.
Is that really all there are,
Still
1,000?
not convinced I should have left Palavin behind.
There was a boy back on Earth.
Ugh.
Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
That's right. This is like Lethal Weapon 4 or something. We're getting the gang back together.
We've lost enough friends trying to make sure this day never came. I'd say we've all earned some respect.
Then the first Reaper we take out with this gun, it's in their honor. Just give the word. Something else you want to talk about?
Caden, Jenkins, Jack, Navigator Presley. Yeah, we'll do it for them.
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting
That's
old,
bullshit,
Shepard.
Shepard.
The platitudes get just as old.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
We're all gonna die.
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in C-Sec. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
Wow. He's the most confident person about our chances that I've met. Everybody else is very pessimistic sounding.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
I don't know if it's just one standing. You'd need a viable population, right? At least a few breeding pairs.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
Holy cow.
He used to work for C-Sec,
Yeah.
didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
Damn.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at C-Sec, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
Sometimes Mark Mears' voice sounds like a fake tough guy, like somebody trying to sound tough who actually isn't tough at all. I like his style. It's just a funny read sometimes. I guess that's kind of how Shepard is sometimes, though. He's just like tough just for the sake of being tough. He's like, yeah, okay, we'll do it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. Then if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
Yeah, I was going to say, Garrus is more likely to put bullets in people's heads than he is to rebuild anything.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Yeah.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Ooh, standing a little close there, Shepard. Space cops, back together again. I guess we gotta try to talk to everybody, don't we? So let's see. There's nobody else on this floor, right? We go down. Down to... well, down to Javik first.